Our own lives are stories we tell ourselves, based on the adventures of a body-mind which we call a person. It's based on interior and exterior landscapes, this world we live in, and what we think and feel about it. When you get to my age, it's a challenge to try and get a grip on a whole life. Well, here's my attempt, in my own style, my story.
Your passport, please, sir. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine, thank you. And your passport, thank you. That looks fine. Your passport, please, sir. Have you been arrested for a felony, sir? You sure? I'm afraid that's not what my computer says, sir. What exactly happened in 1969 Fort Lauderdale?
1969?
Well, I'm going to have to call my superior, I'm afraid.
Here we go again.
Sit down, Mr. Brown. Would you care to sit down, please, Mr. Brown?
It's very kind of you.
When you're ready, Mr. Brown, thank you very much. So some things have come to my attention.
I'm sure they have.
So I've been thinking to myself, I have some kind of report here. I was wondering if you might be able to enlighten me. It's from an unknown bystander. She says that the festival was cancelled. There were all kinds of people, hundreds and hundreds of people, all lined by the causeway, by the freeway, in front of the motel, looking up at the third floor window. There were huge speakers and music coming from there. Do you recall anything, Mr. Brown?
Not a thing.
There were wild people, like dressed as popes, cutting up the president's head. Does that remind you of anything, Mr. Brown?
You sound like you enjoyed it.
I'm reading an account of someone who was there, and I would be most gratified if you would be honest with me, Mr. Brown. So anyway, all the cops were there. They were trying to get through. There was all the people. There was mayhem. And one of the cops fell off his bike because there were strobe lights and all kind of music lights. They all happened. Has that call come back to you now, Mr. Brown?
Nope.
Okay, well, how about this?
When the cops came into the room, they already had their weapons drawn. So at pistol point, they made us put on those outfits, those black and white striped one you see in the old movies. Then, they took us downstairs and threw us in their van. And when they opened the door, we saw that it was full of people covered in blood. They took us down to the jail, and we spent the night there. My manager was quite pleased with the whole event, he said, because we got more publicity than we would if we played a real good set at the festival. I don't think that's fine.
Coming back to you, anything, Mr. Brown?
Nope.
Well, I think I have it done. So, how about we take a look at the case, huh?
Yeah, cool.
If you care, Mr. Brown. Hey, take it easy.
My pleasure.
No funny stuff, okay? Let me see where your hands are.
Are you getting paranoid?
No, cautious.
You don't mind my touching it and opening it?
No, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
easy. Mr. Brown, would you care to explain to me what you have right there? Would you?
This is a program that will make music out of my brain waves.
Brain surgery rock. As Arthur Brown plans to put freaks into an electroencephalograph. Is that so, Mr. Brown?
Well, that was so, when does it say? 1971. But they just got the technology now where I can do it.
Time
No.
has no issue in these matters. So would you care to explain to me what is going on and what you use this for, please, Mr. Brown?
Let me show you. It's got to warm up.
Take your time, Mr. Brown. I think you're going to have lots of time in my company.
You mean in the United States?
I mean the STC, Mr. Brown. Does that mean anything to you? The Special File Control?
Huh?
So would you care to explain that to me, please, Mr. Brown?
Well, what it does is, it takes the brain waves, monitors them, makes an equivalent through harmonics and electronics in sound of the brain waves, and then by thinking I can make music.
Your internal brain system has a whole theme tune going on all by itself, and we never even get to hear that. Is that right, Mr. Brown?
Yeah, I think it's a John Wayne movie.
I happen to love John Wayne, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. I knew we'd hit some common ground.
Well, let's just stick to the inside of your head, shall we, Mr. Brown? So, you're telling me that...
There they are.
Hang
That's
on,
my brain waves.
Excuse me, Mr. Brown.
No, not the...
Mr. Brown, can you please remove your hat?
Well,
Mr. Brown, can you please remove your hat? I will have to call security if you do not comply with what I'm asking you to do, please, Mr. Brown. Please remove your
quite
hat.
obliged to...
You are wearing this thing right now as we speak.
Well, I thought, you know, on the plane, people like to have a bit of entertainment.
Are you aware of the Terrorist Act, Mr. Brown? Are you aware of the laws of going around? Can you believe this guy? I just don't know.
What's that?
Well, let's just see, shall we?
That's brain peak meeting.
Let's just have a little look
You
on
wanna
the
play
inside
around
of
with
your head.
that?
I wonder what goes on in the top of your head, because I'm sure as hell wondering right now. Let's have a little look, shall we?
Okay. Well, you know, that's what's basically going on. Not much.
Am I making you nervous, Mr. Brown?
If I was nervous, it would be red and bouncing up
Well,
high.
there's some red right there, you see? So it's picking up all these weeds.
Get a
going
look at it
on.
now. Look at it now. Just calm.
Yeah, look. See, okay, this is actually...
See,
Yeah,
it's gone.
but not forgotten.
Look there.
Oh,
That was it.
that was uncertainty, Mr. Brown, which is surely what you're making me feel. I don't even know how to respond to this. This is quite fascinating and incredible. But do not underestimate my powers, Mr. Brown.
Are you Superman?
I have a little ditty of my own. I wonder if you would be interested.
What do you mean?
Well, I wonder if you'd care to come over and sample my little brain machine, Mr. Brown.
Oh, look at that. Well, yeah, I'd be thrilled to do that.
Well, I'd be mighty
Absolutely thrilled.
obliged if you would just make
Look
yourself
at that. Now,
comfortable,
that's
Mr.
pretty
Brown.
advanced, I would say.
Oh, don't touch it, Mr. Brown, please. Can you just
Okay.
sit down, Mr. Brown? That's it. Just sit right there. Now let me see. I wonder what's going on.
Yeah, I like people, but like most people are mad, you know?
Asking questions of where for a party.
You do the hitchhiker, baby, yeah, yeah. Hitchhiker, baby, yeah, yeah. Hitchhiker, baby, yeah, yeah. Hitchhiker, baby, yeah, yeah. You throw your life on the table, you see it twice. Once when you live it, once when you pay the price. You can go on forever living out those lies, or gamble on freedom, throw away your dice and do the hitchhiker, baby, yeah, yeah. Hitchhiker, baby, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, my baby, she don't follow me. I'm a traveling man, do the best I can. Keep on running night and day down along the road. You gotta be, yes, so. Oh yeah.
Very interesting. But this one I think is kind of tricky. I think I need some assistance. Calling Boris. Calling Boris.
You must find the way to enter his mind and place
trace a complete neuron pathway. Find the story and trace it from beginning to end.
So let's get back on track, Mr. Brown. Let's get back on track.
Okay.
By the late 50s, the influence of the beat movement had begun to permeate Europe. One of its side effects, coupled with post-war poverty, was a praise for hitchhiking.
I first went hitchhiking on the first day of my 17th year, the year 1959. I went all the way from Leeds, down England, till I hit the coast, and across the water, and then up through the great cities of Europe, Cologne and such, till I reached Hamburg. What company I had. Shaven-headed ex-army giants, fresh with knowledge of life and death from fighting in Cyprus, sex-mad hostel managers who had a kind of perceived opportunity for free love from ice-eyed blondes from Sweden. Con men and women, backpackers, students, all of them with some kind of generosity towards this big-nosed, long-haired boy from Leeds. They were all buzzing round the hive, any hive on wheels that came by, big trucks, family cars, vans, anything that moved on wheels, and they showed their generosity to me on my search for romance and love. For I had gone there to find and be with my cut above the rest, sporting-bodied, blue-eyed girlfriend. Yes. Join our gypsy caravan. We are heading for another mountain, another land. Oh, yeah. There's always laughter coming from our camp, and the sound of children playing, sitting on the lap of the old ones who have been gathered round the fire. Everyone is dancing while the takes them home. We are the gypsies of the road. Yeah, yeah. We are the gypsies of the road. The way before us may be very hard, because we're
Oh.